Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to guide you through the process of removing old brake levers and installing new ones on your e-bike. Let's get started. Before we begin, let's go over the tools you'll need: an Allen key set and a pair of gloves for safety. In this video we are using X1 e-bike. Brake levers are vital for safe braking and controlling the motor cutoff function, so it's important to install them properly. Before we begin, the first step is to turn off your e-bike and unlock the battery and disconnect the battery from e-bike. This ensures safety by preventing any accidental electrical short circuits while working on the wiring. With the e-bike safely powered off, let's proceed by organizing the cables around the handlebar. Most of e-bikes have a spiral wrap or cable organizer that keeps the wiring neat. Carefully remove the spiral wrap to expose the brake lever wiring. Be gentle to avoid damaging any cables. With the spiral wrap removed, locate the brake lever connectors. These are typically 2-pin red connectors that connect the brake levers to the main wiring harness. Carefully unplug both brake lever connectors from the main wiring harness. Gently pull apart the both brake lever connectors. Make sure not to pull directly on the wires to avoid any damage. Next, we need to remove the brake inner cable from the brake levers. Start by loosening the brake caliper using a 5 mm Allen key depending on your brake system on both front and rear caliper. Once the caliper pinch bolt is loose, gently remove the inner brake cable from brake lever by adjusting the barrel adjuster. Repeat this process for both the left and right brake levers, as the brake levers are free from all electrical and mechanical cables. Next, to access the brake levers properly, we need to remove the grips on both sides of the handlebar. Start by removing the right side grip. Twist and pull it off the handlebar. Then, loosen the throttle with an appropriate Allen key and slide it off the handlebar. Now, remove the left side grip using the same method. This will give us enough space to access the brake levers for removal. With the grips and throttle removed, you can now see the brake levers and the bolts that secure them to the handlebar. Use an 5 mm Allen key to loosen these bolts. Loosen the bolts on both the left and right brake levers, and carefully slide them off the handlebar. With the old brake levers removed, now, let's install the new brake levers. Ensure the new levers are compatible with your e-bike model and have the correct type of 2-pin connectors. Start by sliding the new brake levers onto the handlebar. Align them properly for easy and comfortable use while riding. Tighten them with the Allen key, but be cautious not to over-tighten to prevent damage. Next, reconnect the new brake levers' 2-pin connectors to the main wiring harness. Align the arrows on the connector and push the connector towards each other. Make sure they click securely into place. Reinsert the brake inner cables back in the brake levers and into the brake calipers and tighten them using the appropriate tool. Make sure the brakes engage properly and smoothly when the levers are pulled. Finally, reinstall the grips on both sides of the handlebar and the throttle. Slide them back into place and ensure they are snug but not overly tight. Neatly organize the cables back using the spiral wrap or new cable ties to keep everything tidy and secure. Now that the new brake levers are installed, let's test them to ensure they're working correctly. Reconnect the battery and power on the e-bike. Squeeze each brake lever to see if the motor cuts off automatically, as it should. This is a critical safety feature that ensures the motor stops when the brakes are applied. If everything is working fine, congratulations! You've successfully removed the old brake levers, installed new ones, and tested them to ensure everything works perfectly. We hope this guide was helpful. Thank you and happy riding!